the 2000 Miami Hurricanes were robbed of a trip to the Orange Bowl BCS National Championship, even though they went 11-1 and had 2 Heisman candidates. This would contribute to Miami's desire to prove the BCS computers were wrong the next year. And after the Sugar Bowl in 2000, Butch Davis just decided to leave to go to the Cleveland Browns of all teams. So that would leave the job for Larry Coker, who had spent 6 seasons as the offensive coordinator of the Hurricanes. Ken Dorsey went into a junior year after having a great sophomore campaign in which he threw 25 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Clint Portis had missed a third of last season, but still put up 588 total yards and 8 total touchdowns. And they had a ruthless defense that had only allowed 15.8 points per game that year, led by Jonathan Vilma and Ed Reed. And Miami was the number 2 team in the country. To put it in simple terms, the hype was real. The first 4 games, the Hurricanes dominated, their lowest margin of victory being 22 points. But over the next 5 games, Miami would pull off one of the greatest defensive stretches of all time. Not that their offense wasn't half bad either. And in the last 2 games of that stretch, Miami outscored its opponents 124-7, which is the largest margin of victory over consecutive ranked opponents in NCAA football history. Those teams being number 14 ranked Syracuse and number 12 ranked Washington. When they played Virginia Tech, the Hurricanes were up 26-10 at the half, and it took a diving interception by Ed Reed to save the game. The Hurricanes took a 26-24 win over Virginia Tech. Now onto the Rose Bowl BCS National Championship game, where they would match up against number 2 ranked Nebraska. And frankly, they were no match for Miami. Ken Dorsey finished with 362 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Andre Johnson had 7 catches for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Hurricanes averaged 42.6 points per game that year and only allowed 9.7 a game, and they outscored their opponents 512-117, beating every opponent by an average of 33 points. That 2001 Miami team produced 17 first-round picks. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes are considered by some experts and historians the greatest team in college football history. And their defense, well,